All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel once again. Real quick before the video starts, I just wanted to wish you all happy new year. By the time this video is going up, this is probably going to be the last video of this year on this channel. But yeah, hope you guys have a nice new year. And the reason why I'm making this video in the first place is because Lady Loki, the new skin for Loki, has been revealed. By the time of this, probably today or yesterday, but I'm not sure. Point is, she's in the game as a skin, not an actual character. But that's actually what I wanted to talk about because for those of you who don't know, Lady Loki is just like Loki, but just the girl version. They're actually the same character, at least in the 616 universe, if I'm correct. If I'm wrong, sorry, but they are the same character. But this just brings me to the main topic of this video and what I wanted to talk about, and how I think this addition as like a skin is going to open a lot more doors for the future characters coming into Marvel Rivals. By that could probably be skins or even character concepts themselves, because I think this skin alone just shows like it's going to be kind of like a concept of like what's to come in terms of like the different characters that are going to come, and as well as Netties not really being afraid to just add whatever they feel like in order to just maximize the content and just kind of the hero variety in this game. The reason why I say that is because, like I said, Lady Loki is coming this game first year in, and honestly, considering all the different types of like, I want to say Echo characters that are in Marvel, like the multiple Spider people, even like Cap with Sam Wilson, it just kind of makes me wonder if those characters are going to be separate characters or actually have their own skin. Because, if you compare them, Miles and Spider-Gwen have unique powers from Peter. Miles has his like venom and his electricity. I don't know if Gwen has anything different. I can't really know. But speaking of Gwen, we already know Deadpool is coming into the game, so that brings the question in: is Gwenpool going to be added as a skin or a whole different character? And I think that's really interesting, because I think with that it just spawns just so much creativity. And I think them adding Lady Loki as like a skin to kind of test the waters and what they can like do, because she already has her own like voice lines, her own like interaction. She's a whole different character model. So it kind of just shows that, at least I believe, is going to be a stepping stone into what they can actually do in the future for different characters in Marvel Rivals. Now let's talk about actually one of the people or the characters that I put in the thumbnail, Sam Wilson. As we know, for a while he took the mantle of Captain America, and then he replaced Steve for a while in the comics and the movies. As you guys, if you guys even care about Marvel, if you do, you're probably watching this video. But yeah, Sam did take the mantle for a while. But the thing about Sam is he does not have, the serum. He's just a normal guy in the suit. He has like obviously his Falcon tech, and he has the shield. But it makes me wonder if they actually add Sam to the game, is he gonna be like a different character, or is he just gonna be a skin? Because with that, I think that he's probably gonna be like a different character, because he has an entirely different moveset from Cap. He has the, like I said, he has the wings, he has the vibranium shield, but he doesn't have like really like the super soldier serum that can actually give him that same playstyle as like Cap. If they add him as a skin, which I really doubt because he's just so different, I feel like the content in terms of like characters and what they're going to add and the potential of like the future of this game is just never going to end. We already knew from the get-go that they're going to have I don't think characters will ever be an issue. But one issue that might rise up in the future is, will the characters start getting like repetitive? Because if you look at the last, I think, 2 characters that have been released recently, Rogue and Daredevil, they're all, it's not, first of all, in terms of like gameplay, it's not the same at all. They both do 2 different complete things. Rogue, steals ult charge and steals the stats of the enemies, depending on where they're DPS, a tank, or support. And then Daredevil, if you're in his area, he like blinds you and stuff. But the general idea of like their ultimates functioning is kind of the same, in the terms that it's kind of just like a big circle, and if you're in the area, you get affected. So I think with that, maybe some people might, speculate like, oh, they're gonna run out of ideas and how they're gonna like function and like make an ult work. That is an actually like good, a question to ask. I don't think so. They could definitely, do something different. I mean, Deadpool's gonna be coming out in a few weeks actually. By the time this video is coming out, season 6, it's like a few, like I think like 2 weeks away. I think 3 weeks. But point is, yeah, I think that's a good question to ask in terms of how the ults are gonna work in the future if they decide to add like these type of characters who are like pretty much similar, if not like clones, or like a legacy character of like the original, like Lady Loki. Obviously, Lady Loki's not a legacy character; she's just like a female version of Loki. But I really think this is gonna be like just something big for the future. Now, obviously, it's just a skin, and I'm probably just like making this into nothing. But I just think that if they're adding just like a skin of just a female version of a character that's like, you know, originally male, because, you know, comics do it all the time. Like, for example, another character that I have in the thumbnail, Jessica Parker, clone of Peter Parker. I think in the Ultimate Universe, she was actually the clone. I don't know if she's in the original 616 universe, but in the Ultimate Universe, she's actually just a clone of Spider-Man, just a clone of Peter, but she's a girl, right? Will she actually be just like another version of Spider-Man, like a different spider type character with different like a play style? Maybe she might be like, I don't know. I mean, it's a spider character, so it probably the only roles I could realistically see them, especially if they have like the same build as Peter, you know, slim, lean, and like very fast, is probably like a DPS or a support, right? But if they do make it like a different character, what will their powers be? And if not, there's a very strong chance that it's going to be like a skin for Peter, just like, you know, a different like character model and with like voice lines and stuff. And I think that's super cool actually. Now, obviously Jessica Parker is kind of like not really that like popular. I mean, yeah, if you're a Spider-Man fan, she is pretty popular, and I mean, she does have like her notable like comics and then like her runs and like Spider-Verse stuff and all that stuff. But like, you know, one could, I'm having a break for it, sorry. But one could obviously say like, I don't think you're gonna probably add her because she's too like underground. But then again, if you look at all the characters in this game, many people who are not like really a lot of people who don't really, you know, read the comics or that really big into Marvel, but you just happen to play Rivals because, you know, they saw it's cool and they got into it, and they got into Marvel probably because of this game. You know, probably a lot of them didn't even know like a character. Like, I remember when Emma Frost was coming out, a good chunk of people just had no idea who she really was, because, you know, she was more like part of like the X-Men group, but not really like the main cast of like the X-Men, like Cyclops, Wolverine, Storm, Jean, Professor X, and Magneto. But she got really popular not because of Rivals, and that's honestly like, I think that's a good thing, you know, bringing characters that not many people will know. And honestly, with that being said, I think they could definitely do something with that with Jessica Parker if they if they actually just decide to add her into the game, whether it be like a different character or a skin. With that being said, I'm not trying to make this video on like, oh, I want this character added, but I'm just kind of just analyzing, just theorizing, just who I think has a possibility of coming into the game based on this one Loki skin that I'm probably just reading too much into. But I just really like, I don't know, just really like excited me, and I thought it was really cool that they're adding, you know, this version of Loki, because like they put a lot of effort into it. It's like, if you just look at her render and her animations, it's like a whole new character with the different what is it? The wow, I can't believe I'm forgetting the model and the voice. Yeah, there we go. The model and the voice lines, and then just like everything just about her is just like, it's still Loki, but it's just like a different like type of character. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I think that's just really cool. I really hope they keep adding this. I mean, the costumes in this game like are really awesome. I think that's gonna be actually my next video on just talking about what I think the costume, like my favorite costumes in this game, because I think progressively the costumes have been getting better and better as they add more costumes related to the source material. The Marvel Rivals originals are also really good, but I think, like, you know, if you're gonna have a Marvel game, you're obviously gonna reference a lot of the source material, and I think that's really good. And I do think they do a pretty good job with the skins in most cases. But yeah, back to the main point of this video. Female Loki, Lady Loki, Sylvie, I think is her name, depending. I think Sylvie. But you know, I think this is a really good skin. I think it's really awesome. I think it's really cool that they're doing something this unique, and I think this probably might be some type of little hint for the future, and they might add, like, there might be okay with adding, you know, echo type characters. And by echo characters, if you guys have like played any type of fighting game, they're kind of like the protagonist, you know, the main guy, or like just like a copy of like the main character, like Ken and Ryu. While they're obviously, you know, played pretty similar, they do have a little bit of different stuff. So with that being said, I think they have a big possibility of adding characters that already exist in this game, as, you know, like a type of replica of like said character. Like, for example, like I said, with Deadpool coming in, Gwenpool might get added, maybe as a skin or maybe as a different character. You know, that's totally fine. There's so many characters in the Marvel universe that you know, you could definitely, you know, work with, and I think that's really cool that they're doing this. This video is very sloppy. I really apologize. I just wanted to get this video out there before the year ended, because I really am having just a blast with making videos, and, you know, I want to keep growing. And side tangent aside, yeah, I think they really have a possibility of doing that. Another character, I forgot his name, but it's like a version of Thor. I forgot his name. Is it Beta Ray? I forgot. I'll put it on screen. But if he's gonna be like a skin or like a different character, Jane Foster, for example, that would be a good skin, or like a different character, because she works entirely different. Like she's obviously has like Mjolnir and all that stuff, but, you know, it's completely a different character, so they could probably add that. Sam Wilson, I think, is going to be a if they do add him, which is most likely. I definitely think that he's going to be a different, completely just a different character, solely due to the fact him and Steve just have so much differences in terms of like how they fight and like their abilities. Because, you know, Sam doesn't really have powers; he has like his wingsuit and the shield, and Cap, you know, has the super soldier serum. So they obviously, you know, approach things differently. And another character that I thought of for Black Widow, Yelena, her sister. Maybe I really doubt Yelena's gonna be added anytime sooner, but they could definitely see. This is the thing I'm talking about. I'm just brainstorming here. There definitely is so much they could work with, and I just think that hero content, just in terms of just heroes and content that they could add, is just never going to end. So due to the fact is, one, there's like so many characters, but now they're just opening the can of worms of like, okay, we can add a different type of character of the original, like Lady Loki, and maybe someone like Thor, who has his other. I still can't remember his name, but I'm gonna put a picture. And yeah, I feel like with that, you can definitely work with that. And I just think the content is going to keep flowing, and especially in year 2, because they did say year 2 of Arrival is going to be even bigger and better, and they're going to keep pushing. And honestly, there's obviously, ignoring like all the balance stuff, they're definitely going to keep improving the game. The balance is a whole different can of worms that I'm probably going to talk about in a future video, or probably one of my shorts. You can check it out that I've discussed. But yeah, let me know if you guys are excited for year 2 arrivals and potential characters coming up. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope you enjoyed me just rambling and just talking about this. Pretty unprofessional, but I just really wanted to get out there before the year is over. And the skin is really awesome. I hope they continue to keep dropping stuff like this. I think this is really good and just amazing that they keep adding really cool skins and really cool concepts for the future that could potentially hint, you know, future releases, and just more just like amazing skins that they're doing. And yeah, I hope you guys did enjoy. Like and subscribe if you did, and I will talk to you guys in the next video. Happy New Year. Take care.